Hey there yogis, I'm Nicole. Welcome back to My Yoga Time. Thanks for joining me today. Another short yoga snack for you, a whole body feel good practice, slow moving, also a little pranayama there. So really great class to bring a little more space into the body, release tension there, and hopefully a little more clarity in the mind. So I do have 2 yoga blocks for this practice, and when you're ready, let's begin. We're going to start in our puppy pose. So coming onto all fours, onto hands and knees. Keeping the bottom up nice and high and just extending those arms out in front. So a couple of choices, either have the hands as wide as the mat, arms are straight, or bring the palms together above the head. So we want to rest the forehead on the mat here, and if you can't come down with ease, you can always use your block underneath for support. If you are nursing a shoulder injury, leave that arm out of it, use the back of that palm as a pillow, and just extend the other arm in front. So find your sweet spot. Once in position, gently place the tip of the tongue where the teeth meet the roof of the mouth. Keep a little space between the top and bottom teeth and the jaw relaxed. Though do create a little tone in the back of your throat for Ujjayi breath. Maybe you can hear the sound of your breath. And take a deep inhalation into the upper body and pause. And then as you exhale, slowly soften towards the mat. Let's follow our next inhalation out of the pose, coming all the way up. And from here, we'll thread the needle. If you have any concerns with shoulders or neck and this pose doesn't feel good, just skip it and move along to the next one. We're going to take the right arm underneath the left, bring the shoulder and the side of the head to the floor. Now you can always use the block under the head if you need to. Let's keep that left elbow pointing to the ceiling, firm down through the right arm, an option to take Chin Mudra, connecting index finger and thumb. Gently squeeze those shoulders towards one another. Option 1, hold it here. Option 2, a little bit stronger if you extend your left leg behind you and then hover the foot up off the floor, dorsal flexing. And let's release, bring that knee back down if it's lifted, pressing up, and we'll change sides straight away. Once again, firm down through the left arm, gently draw the shoulders towards one another. And if you did so on the other side, straighten the right leg, and then lift the foot up off the floor. And let's release, pressing back up into tabletop. So let's move our blocks now so that we've got one on each side at the top end of the mat. And then hands under shoulders, take the hands nice and wide, turn the eyes of the elbows forward, spreading those fingers. Let's tuck the toes, inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze and the tailbone, exhaling to round the spine. Keeping the tongue in position. Following your Ujjayi breath. Let's include a downward facing dog now. Inhale into your back bend, then exhale to round. Press into the pads of the fingers, take the hips up and back. Holding here as you inhale, pressing your chest towards your thighs. And then as you exhale, slowly return those knees to the mat. Let's do 2 more rounds. Inhale. Next inhalation, lift the right leg up. Look forward, step through into a lunge, and at this point, recruit your blocks and take them to the high side. Have the hands underneath the shoulders, bend in the right knee and drop the hips a little. So when we're in this lunge position, you want to feel as though you're trying to squeeze the feet towards one another. We're inhaling in the lunge, and then as you exhale, variation of your pyramid pose. Point those right toes up to the ceiling, back heel probably won't meet the mat. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last one. This time as you come into your lunge, lower that left knee down onto the floor, lift up your left arm, keeping the right hand on the block here, and just lean over just a little. Looking down towards your hip and still trying to draw that back knee forward. And let's return the hand to the block, lifting up the back knee once again. So a bit of a tricky transition here. Be mindful of knees and hips. So I'll show you the transition first. If you're able to, we want to place that left knee behind and to the outside of the right heel as we lower down for our seated twist. Now, if that transition wasn't an option for you, from your lunge, you can step it back into your down dog, bring those knees to the mat, take those legs out in front. So option one here, of course, you can have that left leg straight, otherwise we have that knee bent. Pressing down through that big toe knuckle and creating a little bit of resistance between the ankle and thigh. Let's take a twist. Option one, left hand will just hold the knee. Option two, hook the arm around the thigh. Right hand behind you. Inhale to sit a little taller, press down through the feet. Exhale to twist a little deeper. So this right palm behind you, if you can, have the palm flat. Try and slide it away. If the floor is too far away, you can always use your block underneath. As you inhale, let the breath descend and the navel expand. A moment to pause before you exhale, drawing navel in towards the spine. Let's return to the front. Option here to take a hold of that right foot. A little bit of resistance, a little push-pull between the hands and the foot as you start to straighten the leg. Let's lean back just a little, swing this left foot out, boat pose, Navasana. And let's cross those legs, return to tabletop. Taking that same flow on the other side. One round of your cat-cow into downward facing dog, inhaling. Exhale to round, hips up and back. Left leg up. And look forward, step it through, recruit your blocks. Lunging first. Exhaling to fold. Last one. Lowering down into that low lunge, right knee to the mat. Keep the left hand on the block, take the right arm up, gently lift up and lean over. Let's return to center. Option to take that little transition we took before, placing the right knee behind and to the outside of the left ankle. come to seated. Otherwise, down dog. Bring the knees to the floor, both legs out in front. Cross left leg over the right. And of course, you can straighten out that right leg if you need to. So again, we're keeping a little bit of resistance between outer ankle and knee, downward pressure through both feet, either holding it here or hooking that arm around the thigh. Again, looking for that scrubbing action with that back hand. And then deepening the twist by deepening the breath. Let's return to center. Option to take that little hamstring stretch, reaching for the left leg and straighten. Let's release, prepare for the boat pose once again. Option 1 is here. Option 2, pistol grip those big toes, straighten out those legs. A little bend in the elbows if you can. And let's release. Bring those legs down. We're going to recline onto our back next. So when you're ready, lowering down, bringing those feet in close to the buttocks. Let's turn the palms up. Press into both feet and inhale, lift your hips, bridge pose. Option to take chin mudra through the hands once again. Gently press down through the feet, the back of the head, the shoulders. Try to keep those knees hugging in to the center line of the body. Let's pick up the heels and lower down one vertebrae at a time. Touching down to the mat, take the feet wide, then bring the knees in to touch. Hands to the belly. 3 breaths here. Feeling the navel rise and fall beneath the hands. Well done, yogis. Supported bridge next. Let's take a hold of the block. Placing it underneath the bottom, just on the flat side there. And then let's lift up those feet towards the ceiling. You might choose to keep the hands on the block, the mat, or even take a hold of those legs. Feel free to point and flex the feet if those ankles need a little attention. And let's lower those feet to the floor. Feel free to stay here with the block, or you might like to go a little higher, turn the block to the second height. Or you can even stack the 2 blocks on the flat side on top of one another. Keep the arms by your side if there's any concerns with your shoulders, otherwise arms above the head. Let's hold opposite elbows with the hands. Observing the breath in the front side of the body. So I'm going to count 3 breaths here, practicing Sama Vritti, even breath. We'll inhale for 5, hold for 5, and exhale for 5, 3 times. If you're straining to breathe at my count, please ignore it and just return to your natural breath. Once again, the tongue is gently in position. The jaw is relaxed. The throat is toned. Let's breathe out together. And inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holding, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done, yogis. Return to your natural breath. Feel free to lower those arms down. Let's press into the balls of the feet. Tuck the tailbone under. Lift hips and heels. Remove the block and slowly lower down. When you touch down to the mat, lifting up the feet, imprinting the lower back onto the mat, and then lifting upper body, reaching those fingers towards the back of your mat. Keep the jaw relaxed. Straighten the right leg. Draw the left knee a little closer. Alternate, change sides. One more, this time, take a hold of that left knee, hug it in a little closer, and then lower down. Hips can shift to the left about 1 centimeter, and then we're twisting left knee over to the right, resting the leg on your block for support. Relaxing the outer hip and buttocks. And gently deepening the breath into the lower body. Let's return to center. Once again, lifting up the feet and then the upper body. Straighten the left leg. Draw the right knee in a little closer. Change sides. Holding onto the right leg this time. Lift up a little higher if you can. And then slowly lower down. Hips shift a little to the right. Twisting over to the left. And when you're ready, return to your back. Coming into Shavasana, you have the option of placing one block under each thigh. It can feel quite soothing for the hamstrings and the back. Otherwise, of course, you can just lay flat. Tucking those shoulders under, taking up as much space on the mat as you can. Option to take Chin Mudra once again. And as we settle into Shavasana, I'm going to count your breath again, same as before. This time, when you hold the breath and when you exhale, engage a very gentle Mula Bandha. So it's an internal lift at your base, very similar to those Kegel exercises. So ladies can gently lift the pelvic floor, tense the perineum muscle. Relax this muscle when you're inhaling, only engage when you're holding and when you're exhaling. Let's breathe out together. And inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, holding, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, holding, bandha on, 3, 4, 5, exhaling, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, holding, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhaling, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Return to your natural breath. Relax the tongue and jaw. Soften the forehead. Let the eyes roll back. And just be in this spaciousness